Oh yeah! It's Hump Day with the Terrys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Hump Day with the Terrys.
Yes. So we decided to, what did we decide to do?
We decided to go through where we've been, where we started and where we've been so far and what we've done so far.
Yeah, like a sit down, and talk to you guys. So we left Florida on the 13th of December.
Yep.
Yep. It was at noon. We had to wait for meds to come.
Yeah.
And then we drove until dark. Where did we stop?
We stopped at a state campground.
Fall Water State Park.
Falls Water State Park?
Yep.
Falling Water State Park.
Yeah, there's a video for that. I'll link that up there.
Yeah, it was kind of odd because we were worried that we weren't going to get to the campground in time, and just on the other side of the time zone change is where the campground was, so it backed us up an hour, give us a little bit more time to get there before they closed.
Which was great.
Yeah.
So, and then the next day we got up bright and early, went to the falls, and that was beautiful. And then we headed on out. And then we stopped in another campground that night. What was that campground?
That was in Louisiana.
Yes. Louisiana. Hi,
Yeah,
Mella.
That was way over in the back. I don't know. There's a lot of back roads we had to take. It was way off of 10. Some spots of the highway or the road were rough, but it was a nice little campground. And of course, we got there at dark also.
That was Tickfan State Park. Tickfaw. Fall State Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they didn't accept Dave's discount because Florida doesn't accept Alabama's, right?
No, Louisiana.
Louisiana. Wrong state.
Yeah. Well, same area. Yeah, they didn't. Florida doesn't notice Louisiana for their state parks area, so Louisiana doesn't accept Florida's.
I keep a tablet of where we've been.
It's really surprising on how some of these, I mean, we're all in the United States, but everybody plays their, oh, you don't recognize us, and we don't recognize you. So, but the state parks are very nice. They're set up nice bathrooms, showers. The state parks in Florida, they had full hookups. The one in Louisiana, I didn't see. They didn't have septic, so we had to use the dump station when we left.
How about them roads?
The roads in Louisiana on 10. I imagine some of you people have been on them before, but if you haven't, you're in for a good ride. It's pretty rough, especially where the bridges come in with the highway. There's either a drop-off when you hit the bridge, or there's a ramp up to the bridge, and then it's just rough on your equipment.
So we left there and we headed on down I-10 again, and we made reservations at a Thousand Trails. And by the time we got there, it was dark and Dave was exhausted.
Yeah.
So we stayed there 2 nights and went to the ice cream social, and it was really great. It was right on the Colorado River in Texas, and it was a great time. We enjoyed it.
Yeah. We got to meet with some of the people that were camping there at the Thousand Trails. That was pretty nice. We got deer that were walking through our site, around the site.
A lot of deer.
Like she said, we went to an ice cream social. We met a couple there. He took me down and showed me his setup for his solar that he's got.
Yeah. And then we left there and we went to Buc-ee's.
Oh, yeah. Buc-ee's in Texas.
Yeah, if you're ever in Texas, in the area of Buc-ee's, just go there. It's great. I mean, I had a taco with, I don't know, what kind of meat was in that?
Prime rib.
No,
Was
it was smoked, I don't remember.
it
It was some kind of beef and it just fell apart.
Yeah.
Brisk.
Brisk.
Brisk, that was it. So we headed on down the road and the wind was really bad. So we didn't get too far.
200 some miles, right?
Right. And we pulled into Van Horn Campground Resort, and that was great.
Yeah, it was in Texas also. That was about, what, 50 some miles outside of, before El Paso.
Yeah, about 56 miles. And
that was a nice little campground. We pulled in there. I thought it was inexpensive.
well, actually, after we left Thousand Trails, we boondocked, didn't we? At that visiting center. Well, that was before Van Horn. At that visiting center.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. We pulled down
Ozona.
Ozona.
Ozona. Yeah, we stopped at a parking area first, and it was really like this.
Slanted. There was no
Slanted.
even level spots.
Right. So then we stayed there, and I think because we didn't sleep too good, we ended up pulling off too because of the wind. But what happened there? What happened at that visiting center?
Oh.
That was the birds.
When we pulled into their visiting center, they got a big wide open parking lot, and you can swing around. So I pulled in there, and I thought I was a little bit once we got out and took the dogs for a walk and everything. No, it was before that. I got out and looked around. I'm like, oh, I need to get closer so it saves more room for other RVers and people to park there, because a lot of people do. They park there for the night. Doesn't cost anything. And it was real sunny, and I was looking in my mirrors, and I was looking in my rear view, my camera, my backup camera, and I didn't remember the tree behind me, and I'm backing up, and I can't see nothing because the sun's shining. Even if I had Kimberly out there, I still wouldn't have seen her because the sun was so bright. But I was backing up, and all of a sudden I hear this crunch on the back of the coach.
Crunch? It was like...
And what it was is I backed into the tree.
Branch. It's just a branch. So I went out and looked at it, and...
Excuse me.
I just, it's fine. It'll wash off. It's just marks from the...
It left bark marks.
Bark marks, yeah.
It was dark.
It's barking out there, all right.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So we spent the night there. Woke up the next morning, it was freezing out. So we got warmed up, and we hit the road. We headed westbound again on 10. And I started looking for fuel because the prices of fuel starting in Texas, it was real super cheap. It was down to like $2.45 a gallon. And we kept going, and it kept getting higher and higher and higher and higher. It seemed like the big truck stops had it for $3.29, $3.39, which is a big difference from $2.45. But I kept my eye open. We found one fuel station. It was just before El Paso, Texas. We pulled in. It was $2.99 a gallon. You'll see that on a video we did.
Right, and then we went to that the Van Horn RV park, and that was great. That was really good. We did laundry there, and they have a restaurant right there at the campground. I've never seen that. It was really good. It was really good, good food, and just right, because you travel all that time and then you don't feel like cooking, and there was a restaurant there, and they were really nice. The only thing is, if you want to stop in there, they take lunch from 11 to 2, and the office is closed. So, and then we headed out and made it through El Paso. Boy, that's huge.
That city's huge.
Huge.
Long.
Yeah, so we went through there, and then we finally hit New Mexico. And in New Mexico, what do you think about New Mexico?
New Mexico. That is, it's very, I don't want to say long state, but there's not much happening. It's all desert.
Yeah, it's very boring. It's just, there's nothing. The only excitement you have in New Mexico is you go through border checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's on our last video. Now, and that was easy. We just drove through and they said, go ahead.
Yep.
No, and then we finally made it to Arizona.
Yeah. That was, I've been waiting for that for quite a few days to get to that sign that said, welcome to Arizona.
I've been waiting for 2 years to make it to Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah, so we made it to Arizona and we headed to Indian Bread Rock, stayed there, and it was lovely.
Yeah, this is a very beautiful BLM land to camp at. I wanted to get all the way in the back because the mountain is right behind the camping spots. I wanted to be there, but there was, on our way through, there's this uprising of the drive, and
My laugh.
it was too high for me because if I went over it, I would have bottomed out, and I don't need to bottom out.
Yeah, you don't need to bottom out.
So I end up backing all the way out because there's nowhere to turn around. So I end up backing all the way up to the spot and finally got turned around where we had our own private little camping area,
Yeah.
which was it was nice, but there was a lot of traffic during the night. This one guy pulled in with a travel trailer and a pickup, and I got out and watched him a little bit. He was driving through the fire pit and everything, and I don't think he actually knew where he wanted to camp, but
He pulled right behind us.
right behind us. Well, then he ended up leaving. I don't know why. I guess because he didn't want to stay set up in a fire pit, but he
It
ended up
isn't
leaving.
very level there.
No.
No, and there's, well, you'll see that. You can see that in the video. That's the last video we put up. So, and so I was blessed with a drone, and I flew it once in Florida, and then I flew it here to get some. I wanted some beautiful footage of the rocks, and so the camera was on, but it wasn't recording, so I didn't get any beautiful pictures. And I crashed it for the first time. Wow. And I only broke one propeller.
It was cute. I'm standing there watching her fly this drone, and I'm like, now why in the hell would she fly it right into that tree when there's all this flat sand area? But she said she got panicked. And
I
she
did.
Was hitting the wrong
I didn't know
way.
which way to go, but I flew it after that and out in the desert, so it's fine. And I did turn the camera on that time. I should have checked it right away because we were leaving, so I should have put it into the the laptop and checked the footage. So, but it wasn't charged up anyway, and our batteries at that time weren't doing very well. And we won't go into that. We'll do that on the next Hump Day video.
Hump Day with the Terrys.
So then after we were heading to Quartzsite, but we kept looking at the weather, and the weather was so cold. And we do have birds, and they have to stay a certain temperature. They can drop down for, maybe 4 or 5 hours into the colder weather. And then, yep.
Yeah, you hear them in the background talking.
Yeah, so we headed to Yuma.
Yuma, Arizona. It was right off of 10. We split. Took 8 west. I guess it actually runs southwest. We took 8 instead of running 10 all the way across to Quartzsite and then down. So we kind of took a left.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful road. There was one steep mother of a mountain that we had to go up over, and I don't, you've probably seen in my videos, I hate heights.
No, I didn't.
And
I didn't get to Yuma yet, so that'll be in a further video.
what?
You said see it in the video.
Yeah. You've probably seen it in videos where I hate heights on bridges and stuff, but this mountain ain't too bad, but I mean, you look down, there's nothing down to your left, and especially looking out the motorhome, it's, you know, you look straight down, it's like, whoa, that ain't right. So I took my time, we got up over that, and then we come into Yuma, and we were looking for a place to camp for the night, because we have reservations at a camping resort, but
through Encore, which is a part of the Thousand Trail packet.
So we end up finding from other people talking that we talked to at the campground at Thousand Trails. He was saying about a BLM property behind the VFW here in Yuma. So we found that.
Yeah, wait till you see that video.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting it out. He got all upset with the navigator and the GPS.
The GPS and my navigator that I pay big money for.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like they tell me I got a half a mile to go, and it wasn't even a half a foot. And there was my left turn, and I was already cranked up to, you know, go a half a mile. So, you know, it's not bad. You'll get a kick out of it, I think.
Well, I see we're at 17 minutes, so we'll have to end it here, and we appreciate all our new subscribers.
Yeah.
And,
welcome aboard. Thank you for joining the team.
Right.
Pass it on with your friends and family. Let them know.
And make sure you leave a comment and tell us, you know, what you thought of the video. This is our first Hump Day video.
Our first Hump Day video with the Terry.
So, yeah, we'll see you next week.
Catch you on the road.
Yes, catch you on the road. You know, the cats were going to the bathroom the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, first Tanner,
Well,
then Mia.
Mia's over there.
They're over there just to...